Ultimately, I roll back into the middle of the zip line. I kind of teeter back and forth and then eventually stop dead center, and now I am hanging above a creek and I'm stuck there by myself. What's up everybody? My name is Mallory and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I just recently purchased myself a brand new MacBook. I mean, look at this thing. New, shiny, and it works like a charm. And this would be my old MacBook. I bought this in 2012, and up until recently, this has been my main computer. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm the type of person that needs to use a product until it physically tells me I can't use it anymore. I mean, look at this. I'm still rocking an iPhone 6s. This thing still has a home button. I am very proud of myself that I have this attribute where I don't feel the need to upgrade every single year with a new product. But now that I have replaced my old laptop, I thought before I put this in a closet and never look at it ever again, why not go through the files, photos, videos, and everything else on this thing from the past 9 years and see what I can find. And not to my surprise, I found some very good hidden gems, and that inspired this video today. I want to tell you guys the story of how I got stranded in the middle of a zip line in Whistler, British Columbia. Back in 2010, my family and I decided to visit Whistler for a couple of days. When people think of Whistler, I'm pretty sure that like skiing, snowboarding, and all other winter activities come to mind, but we actually decided to go in the summertime, which also has a bunch of events and a lot of activities to do. Besides walking around the village, shopping, and eating at a bunch of the restaurants, I remember one of the first activities that we decided to do was go mountain biking. Now, again, I think most people think of like the hardcore mountain biking, but yeah, we just kind of did some easy trails around the lake. Wasn't anything too impressive. I mean, look at me in that clip, right? Like, I don't look like a professional. The second thing that we decided to do was the peak-to-peak gondola. This is a gondola that connects both mountains together and offers a really amazing view. Now, I don't know why, but I guess I didn't take any photos or videos, but that was a super cool experience, and I'm definitely glad that we did that. The third and final adventure that we decided to go on was to do the ziplining tour. I don't really remember who decided this idea. All I know is that my brother and myself were the only ones out of the family to go on it, probably because it was super expensive. So that was the decision. We got all harnessed up, I signed my life away on a waiver. Before you know it, I was joined with a bunch of strangers and a couple tour guides, and we were off. I remember the very first zip line, the tour guide telling me that this was gonna be the highest one of the entire tour. And again, I had never done zip lining before. I was super nervous, really didn't know what to expect, and now they're telling me that we're going on the highest zip line. It's not like they wanted to start us off on an easy one. So I strap in, realize that this height is gonna be insane, and I zoom off. Not more than a couple seconds into me zipping past some trees, I actually was having a really fun time. I got to the end of the zip line, planted my feet on the ground, and said like, all right, yeah, I can handle this. There was a couple more zip lines before the dreaded story that I'm about to tell you, and I was feeling very confident. I was yelling, screaming, having the time of my life.
Wasn't as bad as I thought.
And then we get to the dreaded zip line that changed my life forever. Not really, but I think I'm more terrified of heights now, at least. This zip line in particular was one that the guides wanted to warn us about because it was a very, very long zip line, but the downhill trajectory of this zip line wasn't as crazy steep as the other ones previously. It was a little bit more shallow, and I remember them saying to me in particular, because I was like 100 pounds at the time, to pull myself into a ball, and my general weight wasn't gonna take me to the end unless I crouched up and had all my weight centered in one spot. So I listened to the instructions, I tightened myself up into a ball looking like I'm in the fetal position, and away I went. I'm zooming along having the time of my life, and I see the stopper getting closer and closer. If you've never been ziplining before, at the end of a zipline there's a thing that I would like to call a stopper. It's technically like a big old brake, right? As soon as your harness hits into that brake, you're able to slow down and not go tumbling into like a tree or whatever's at the end of the zip line. But unfortunately, because I'm like 100 pounds and I've got no weight to me, I start slowing down. And even though the stopper is getting closer and closer, I'm getting slower and slower. All of a sudden, I stop. And as soon as I stop and I'm about an inch away from the stopper, I started going backwards. So as I was moving backwards, I started picking up speed back into the middle of the zip line. I'm thinking to myself, well, where was this speed not more than like 20 seconds ago when I needed it to get to the stopper? As I start zooming back into the middle of the zip line and kind of teetering back and forth until I stop, I guess in this moment I decided, well, if this is gonna be my last moment on earth, I might as well film it. Shout out to past Mallory for taking out the video camera and deciding to record whatever this moment was, because now I get to watch it with you guys. And well, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's watch this clip together.
Here in the middle of the zip line, kind of creepy, but you know, not gonna lie, it's kind of fun at the same time.
I'm a little bit optimistic. I mean, I'm telling myself how much fun it is. Maybe I was very much lying to myself, but again, like, I don't know, I guess I was not thinking too terribly in that moment.
So, yeah, we'll see where this takes me. Hopefully they'll come and get me soon, or else I'm camping out out here.
Or else I'm camping up out here. Okay, again, Mal, with that optimism, I like it. As if I could last more than an hour camping out on a harness in the middle of a zip line. Oh, Mal, there was no way.
Oh man, this hurt my crotch.
I do remember it burning quite a bit in my southern regions. Yeah, that's one thing about ziplining that's not the nicest. If you've ever been ziplining, you know exactly how that feels.
Let's see where it is.
Okay. So there is the dreaded water below me. Now, I was thinking to myself, this wouldn't be the worst case scenario if this body of water had been a little bit bigger and a little less quick. Because again, when you think about like falling from a distance, what do I want to fall into? Well, water wouldn't be too terrible. But as you can see in this screenshot, it is a flowing creek, bunch of jagged rocks. The bushes don't even look like they would, you know, help my fall any. I still would have probably been in a million pieces if I had fallen. So it wouldn't have helped. It wouldn't have helped at all.
Hurting my crotch.
My last and final words. Hurting my crotch. What a classic. Well, there you have it. I love how my last words have to do with my crotch region. I didn't even say that I loved my family or that, you know, my life has been great up until this point. Oof. So there you have it. That is the clip. And that's the moment where I got stranded on the middle of the zip line. So eventually the tour guide, she actually straps herself into the zip line and she rolls out into the middle and she clamps onto me and pulls me in. In that very moment, I remember being very happy because I thought, well, now I'm not in this alone. But I felt a little bit more at ease with the fact that I wasn't going to handle this situation by myself. I remember her trying to calm me down too. She's like, hey, Mal, like, how you doing? You know, you almost made it. You almost got there. And then when she was able to pull us back in, I stood my feet on the glorious ground. I also remember my brother being in complete shock. I think he thought like, oh my God, what just happened? And then I also remember everyone's faces in the tour group being mortified. They were thinking, well, thank God that wasn't me in that experience. So that wasn't the last zip line of the day, and as much as I wanted to pack it in and go home, I remember one of the last zip lines being a trick zip line. The tour guides told us that if we wanted to hang upside down, we could do that. If we wanted to sprawl our limbs out, we were allowed to. And you guys should already know that I was not about to take that chance. For the rest of the zip lines, I fetal positioned as hard as I possibly could. I was a cannonball traveling through the sky, just hoping that my feet would touch the ground once more. So yeah, everybody on the last zip line was having fun, going upside down, and there's little old me just saying, nope, I ain't trying this one. I'm going with my fetal position. Well, and there we have it. Ultimately, I had a really fun time, and I would recommend ziplining for anyone that wants to try it. I've actually been ziplining 2 times now. I went in Las Vegas, and I went again in British Columbia, so I'm fine. I've made it, and I didn't get stranded any other time. Hopefully, I'll be able to find some more hidden gems on this old laptop. I mean, it has 9 years of my life, so there's gotta be something else in there that I can post on the internet for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with me today. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure to click the button down below and click the notification bell if you want to be directly notified as soon as something goes live on the channel. I also have other social media platforms that you guys can go and follow me on or go and check out. Those will be on the screen, as well as direct links down below, included in the description box as well. I will see you guys in another new video very soon. Have an amazing day. I'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye.